good morning from our garden. So I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek today of all of the things that I've been talking about that I wanted to do in 2026 and show you around, just give you a little look. This area here is our bar area that we've made out of all reclaimed pieces of wood that we've used for the big ones of the bits that we used for our decking. We've got old decking boards that we reclaimed from somewhere else, and yeah, so we've made this sort of area up. As you can see, in the winter it becomes a bit of a dumping ground. We've got a great big heater over there that we've got full of logs and things, but we have just made a little log store out the front because it's easier to get to, so I can start putting all of my lovely cushions from my set into the heater in the winter, because in Porchester, which is where I live, we have got a massive fox problem. It's a huge fox problem. We have been having emails backwards and forwards as a big group of us to the council to try to get something done. I mean, if you look up foxes and things about foxes, it will tell you that they are solitary animals. We've got about a pack of about 10, if not more, just in our road, and they are chewing through people's brake cables. They're defecating on everything. There's 2 piles of poo on my sofa cushions as we speak. When you come out in the mornings, you've got to check for it because it could just be anywhere. It's quite often on steps, or they like to poo on top of things, you know. It's just getting a bit much now. The noise in the evenings is unbelievable. It wakes you up constantly throughout the night. I don't think the council are quite grasping how bad it actually is in our area. We do think that somebody might be feeding them, which isn't ideal. So we've just got to work with it at the moment. It is becoming a real problem. They are a real nuisance. I mean, I can't have anyone round to just pop into the garden because there's poo everywhere. I've got to look through the whole garden before we walk down to the garage even. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's a whole other story. I thought I'd give you a little look round at what we're doing. Now, over here we've got our grapevine, which I planted 2 years ago. Let me just show you that. So this all growing up here is a grapevine. And that goes up there, and it is now starting to go onto this greenery. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to be taking this piece off that's going up there and putting it across the top of here, so that it starts sort of arching over this area, so that it sort of arches over there. I have got another really tiny one that I put down here. It is doing all right. It's not doing as well, and I did cut the bottom out of that pot so that it can go into the ground, but I will have to start, because some of these are very long, these tendrils, so I will have to start training it up here, and then we can hopefully get a nice grapevine going up and over the top of the bar area. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway. So, and then I want to sort of, you know, I've got over in the corner, I don't know if you can see it, over in the corner I've got my pumpkins and everything all set up. That's where I do a lot of my drying of my onions and things like that. Some of them go on the table, some of them go on there, so it just helps to keep everything nice and dry. Right, let's go into the messy bit. Now this is the messier part of the garden. I think you've seen in quite a few videos that I've shown you my 2 beds that I put here earlier last year, and we built up there and popped some trellis on. Last year I had my tomatoes growing in there, and they did do really well, but they took over. I couldn't get anything else to grow because they just took right over. So that's not going to be happening this year. I'm not going to be growing them in there. I have put in there so far some onions from sets, because as I said before, I am growing with purpose this year, so I really want to grow more onions because I do need them. I use them all the time. And we've put in a couple of garlic cloves as well. I've also, in the last few months, popped in all across here. I'm not sure if you can see it actually. Let me just check. All across the back bit there, I've put another bed, and that is going to be full of strawberries. Now I have dotted around a couple of onions, because apparently I've learned this year that onions and strawberries do really well together as a companion plant, so that's what we're doing with those. As you can see, I've got a little potting station over there as well. That's where I do all my potting, and at the moment I'm just going to be doing some onions next, so let's go and get those in. Traditionally, onions are sown on Boxing Day, but that's only if you want to grow really, really big expedition onions. Now, this is the first year that I'm actually going to try this, and I have decided to get myself some of these. They are onion galacticus from She Grows Veg. I'm going to pop these in today. Now, you don't have to do this. If you want to grow your own onions, you can wait until the spring. You can do them from seed. You can also get onions as little tiny plants from garden centres and nurseries. So you don't need to worry, you've not missed the boat yet. So I'm using a nice peat-free seed starting compost that I've got from B&Q, but you can get it in lots of different places. These onion seeds are tiny, tiny, and they like to go into quite moist soil. I'm going to put a couple in each module. Sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 in there, or 4 like that one. It doesn't matter if you've only got 1 or 2. These seeds will just need some warmth for germination. They won't need to be completely in any sun. They won't need any more water. They'll just need a little bit of warmth for germination. So I'm going to place them on a nice warm windowsill in my house, and then once they've popped through, then they can go down into the polytunnel, or if you haven't got one of those, they can stay on your windowsill until you're ready for them. Right, that's the onions done. So now I'm going to show you over here. So this area here is all lawn, and it is quite level. I mean, it does need some more levelling up. When we first bought this property 20 years ago, the garden was on a real slope, so we've had to level everything up, and over time it sort of all subsides and whatnot, so we've got to deal with that. But this is the levelest area of the garden. Now, one of my big problems at the moment is this. Trev decided in his infinite wisdom to buy a outdoor ping pong table last summer. Used it twice because it's just too windy. So we need to know what to do with this, because this area here is where I want my growing beds, because this bit of this side of the garden isn't as good as that side of the garden, and I wanted it all on one side so that I can just keep it all nice and contained. That way, from the steps I can walk straight down here, down to the garage, which Trev's sorting out at the moment, which is why there's wood absolutely everywhere. So yeah, so we're going to hopefully have a walk through straight down there, and either side where these where I've already got those beds, I want 4 big growing beds, quite high I think. so that I'm not having to get right on the floor all the time, and the dog can't run on them then, so that they're up higher. I will need to get some mesh over the top of them, stop the foxes though. But that's you know, that's partly in the planning, but that's what I'm wanting to do at the moment. Now over here I do already have this is my cherry tree. I did a video last year of my cherries. We got so many cherries last year. Wasn't it a good year for cherries? Absolutely fantastic. So that's my cherry tree. Hopefully I'm not out of the shot and you can see that. Here, if you can see behind, this is a peach tree. And that I was really worried wasn't going to grow, because you're not meant to have them outside, but we have got a south facing garden, so it's in sun quite often, and actually I've just noticed that it is budding. Look, let me show you. It's actually budding, so the sun's out in force today, but yeah, I'm getting some nice little buds on there, so I'm really pleased with that. So I'm pleased that that's coming along. And then I have got over here, hopefully you can see me, a fig tree. Again, wasn't optimistic about that, but it's actually done really well there. So I'm hoping that over the next few months and a couple of years I am going to get some decent sized figs. I've got lots of little ones on there at the moment, but I'll pop them back down with it. All of this needs a massive weed. I haven't done anything at home at all, but I want to start doing more growing here. I've also got down low, which you probably can't see, some Swiss chard. This is amazing red Swiss chard. It is so lovely. I put 2 of them in, not really thinking that anything would come of them here. I don't know why I thought that, but actually look, they're coming on really nicely. They're so colourful, so I use them in a lot of stir fries and things like that, but as you can see it's completely overgrown with weeds, so I need to sort all of that out ASAP. And this is another cherry tree, so that is meant to be a sweet cherry tree, because the other cherry tree that we've got up there, the big one, that one is a Morello cherry, but they're sour cherries, so they're great for baking, not great for eating straight off of the tree. So I've got to sort that out. So that's why we put in that one down there, to try to get us some sort of sweet eating cherries that we can eat straight off of the tree. So yeah, pretty much that is the plan. I've just got to decide what to do with this, because it's so heavy, and if I'm putting it on the grass area, which is ideal for it really, because then you can play, I can't mow around it because I can't move it all of the time, and I don't really want to take up all of the grass area, so I really don't know what to do with it, because I think Trev really does want to keep it, because it was fun when we were playing. We played it more than twice, but we did have fun out here until really late at night as well. It was getting dark almost, and we were still out here playing ping pong. It was so funny. So it is nice to have. So I've got to sort of decide really what we're going to do, and maybe pave an area or slab an area where we can do it. I'm also thinking about moving this. Let me show you this area here. I'm not sure what to do with it yet, but it's getting on my nerves. This area here we planted up about 6 years ago. We popped a little bit of bamboo in because we needed a lot of bamboo canes for the allotment. And it's a clumping variety, so it's not spreading all over the entire garden. However, it is getting massive now, and as much as I love it and I love the sound of it, I just don't want it here anymore. And I'm worrying that that is also attracting the foxes, because it's like a little jungle in there. The dog loves going in there. These are grasses. Now I planted them in there. Again, this corner of our garden seems to dip down. No matter what we do, it dips down, so that's why I thought I'd plant some bits here, and they have done really well. However, I'm thinking about maybe keeping some of the bamboo, really tall bamboo. I mean, it's really tall, really tall. Cutting the top off a little bit so that we can see the view out over the harbour. And I'm thinking about maybe keeping this one this side, because it's the nicer one of the two, because it's more variegated, and keeping some of the bamboo but making it sort of like a smaller corner, so that we can maybe have the table tennis table over there a little bit more, because in the afternoon then it will be more in the shade, because that is the shadier side of the garden from the afternoon, which is when you'd start playing it, and you don't want to be playing it in blaring sunshine. So yeah, that's sort of some ideas of what I want to get done at home this year. We've got all of this wood here, all of that there is all scrap wood that needs cutting down to be burnt. So that is what we normally go through every couple of months, cut a load down, stick it in the keeter to be burnt. We did fill it up last year, but that's all gone now for this year. That's a canoe, as you do. We do live by the harbour, don't ever use it. Crazy. And yeah, that's the messy garden at the moment, but that's because Trev is doing the garage at the moment. So yeah, so that is, you know, the plan for out here. Also going to be doing some bits out in my front garden. Let's go and have a look at that now, actually, because I did mention that we built the little wood shed. So hold on, I'll take you out there now. Right, so this is our front garden. As you can see, it's nice and dark out here. It's not as light out in the front garden. That's our massive tree that we need to do something with. So I've got quite a lot of space out here as well. I need to do something with this hebe that we've got in front of this tree here. I've got two big hydrangeas in pots that I want to plant out, so that's good. And then along the front here I'm going to be putting in some of the wildflowers, and some things like calendula and things like that, the echinacea, that I can use in soap making and whatnot. So I'm going to get all of that done. And we've got a small little compost bin over here that I bring all my food scraps out into and things. So, and as you can see, it looks like a fox has been going through the front of that. Oh, there it is. As you can see, a fox has been going through the front of that. So yeah, so this is what I mean, they're a bit of a pain in the bum. And then this little log store here is what me and my son George threw up the other day. So yeah, we just found some off bits of wood. Can't even see on there. No, there we go. We just found some off cuts of wood, a couple of posts that we had laying around, and we've put that together next to the shed with a little bit of tin roof on it that was left over from our shed roof. And then we've done that so that we can get some logs delivered and maybe split all of these at some point when they're seasoned, and then we can get that full up with wood. So yeah, basically that's it. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas. I can't wait for 2026 to start now so that we can get growing. I used to hate January. I love it now. It's a full-on planning, let's get stuck in month. So let's all get planning, and I'll see you in the new year. Take care. Why is it in? Sorry. Aeroplane. Really very optimal. Oh god, I've just picked one off. Oh, and it's got a slug on it. I wasn't really our big grasses. Can't remember. Oh.